Once again, I welcome you for your grammar class. In the previous class, we have completed the explanation of statements and questions, and these are the types of sentences, and we are actually studying the verb patterns. When the verb is getting changed, you may ask that how the verb patterns, because the verb only getting changed at different places, and the verb will decide you, will make you understand that whether this particular sentences to which category they belong. And here is that verb is necessary in all the sentences. Either it may be a statement, a question, a command, or a exclamation. So now after these two, we have to go for the explanation of commands. Commands are the sentences with the structure when they have the structure of the verb plus object plus something like added, whatever the need of the statement or sentence could be added to that. Like in a statement we have get the same, like etc., where could be added something, but here you may find out that there is certain thing which is not common in the other sentences, that is the subject, absence of subject. Subject normally in the command, subject is understood, like maybe it is you, like here the subject you is understood always. The subject you have to imagine it out that it is subject is you. We are not supposed to write down because it is a command, but the subject is understood. So normally the command starts with the object, it starts with the verb, then object, then anything to be added, and they are called the commands. We use a full stop at the end. Here example is being given, close the door at once. This is a command, close the door at once. That shows you are giving an order. Command is nothing but an order. Shut your mouth. I hope you have listened this many times. This is also a command, an order. Get up immediately. Get up immediately. That is also one of the. Here, all these, whatever the commands I am using, I am not using any subject. Shut up, then get up immediately, or close the door. These are the understood ones that the first person obviously saying to the other one, the second person, the listening one. It is not about talking about the whole particular category or whole type people. It is only about the first and the second person. And the next is in the commands, if you add one or the other thing, then definitely the commands can get changed into the request. That type of sentences are known as imperatives. It is a part and parcel of the command, but it is exactly opposite. Imperatives and request. Only the subject is you, obviously, then please may come at the beginning or at the end. The word please can be added at the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence to make it clarify, to make it sure that this particular sentence is an imperative or is a request, not a command. The tone with which you speak, like if you are talking to your youngers, if you are giving an order to your youngers, you can say get up. That is your tone. When you are talking to your friend, get up, this is a different tone. The tones can be understood by listening, but while reading we have to understand it by the way how it is being written. When the word please is added, it is an imperative. If not added, it is a command. Now I have given you the same sentence here to understand it in a better way. Close the door at once is a command. Close the door please. Close the door please, or please close the door. Both. So here it is a command and this is an imperative, or you can say the request. Now here, don't confuse me. what do you feel? Is it a command or an imperative? Obviously it is a command. Stay there. With the tone itself you are understanding, but after seeing that the written part, you can get that no please is added either in the beginning or at the end. So obviously this is also a command. Next is please clear the dues. Here please is here. Immediately you can get an idea that this is an imperative sentence or a request. So here it's very easy to understand and very easy to create, because no subject is required. Only you can go for the verb plus object. Which is the verb here? Close. And the door is your object. Is there any subject over here? No, because there is no need. You are already, it is understood. Now here, close the door please. It is a request form added, and here it is the object and this is the verb. Here don't confuse me. Here confuse is the verb. Me is the object here. Okay. Stay there. Stay is the verb. There is the place where they are talking. It can go for your object, or there is no need for the object. The verb is there. Now again you can get this one. Please is the request. Clear is the verb, and the dues is the object or the any etc. You can go for the etc. So here is that verb starts with the verb or start with the request, but not start with the subject. So in both commands and imperatives or requests, slight changes there of please. Either beginning or end please would be there for the imperatives or the request, and for command there is no need of the neither the subject nor the please. Okay. So I hope you have understood in a better way. Now we'll move on for the exclamations, the explanation of the exclamations. Sentences with the structure WH word plus adjective or adverbial plus subject plus verb. Remember it out, why we are using adjective or adverbial phrase? Because the exclamation mark is normally used with the interjections. An interjection, the part of a speech which shows your sudden emotions, either good or bad, whatever it is there, but your sudden emotions it could be shown, and when you are showing a sudden emotion you have to use the exclamatory mark. Now here is that they are called the exclamations. We use exclamatory mark, this is the mark, everybody knows that, at the end with the line and a dot, that is your exclamatory mark. Now the question starts with how boring that movie is. This also comes under your WHO format or WH format of the question, because if you find WH, if you jumbled it, WHO is the who, HOW, how. So this also belongs to the category with which the question can be framed. How is the WH? Boring, it's an adjective. Adjective is the part of a speech which denotes the quality, of noun. Here movie is the noun. The quality is boring, which qualifies the noun. So here what qualification of movie is there? It is boring. Not necessary always we go for a best ones, beautiful, pretty and best, better. Not necessary to use all these. Sometimes we can get the ugly, worst and then boring, that type of the things also can come up as a part of the adjective. How boring that movie is. Here, how is WH? Boring is adjective, then movie is the subject, and helping verb is here. Not necessary, it is not said that main verb, any verb, either helping or the main verb. So here it is the helping verb. Next example is how beautiful the rainbow is. How, again WH, beautiful. This is adjective. The rainbow. Rainbow is the subject. Is your helping verb. Again, the tone, with the tone you can understand how beautiful the rainbow is. You can understand that this is a exclamatory sentence, but not at the time of writing. You have to, unless and until there is a exclamatory, you don't get that idea that this is belonging to the exclamation part. So there is a need for you, whenever you get a chance, or if you get a question in the examination where they will give you that frame any 4 sentences of exclamatory mark or exclamation. So always remember that the exclamation mark should be written very clearly and very neatly, legibly, so the examiner can understand that you have understood the question and you have interpreted in a correct way. So there is a need to never forget this one, as it is always being said that never forget the question tag. When you frame the question tag, never forget the question mark at the end. In the same way, whenever you are framing this, the requirement of the sentence to be, the rules to be kept in mind. Like for the others, for the statements and commands and imperatives, we have the full stop at the end. For the questions, we have the question mark. For the exclamations, we have the exclamation mark. So please remember this one. Now next is that what an amazing story it is. Again, this question starts with WH family. Amazing is the adjective, then story is the subject here. Obviously, helping verb is. So all these sentences shows you the sudden emotions, or you can say the type of discussion about that. Anything, not necessary a good and a bad one as well. Boring, then we got beautiful and amazing. All these adjectives we have used to make the subject, or you can say to interpret the subject in a better way. So here this type of sentences comes under exclamation, where the exclamatory mark is necessary while framing it out. Now we have completed all the types of the sentences, statements, questions, commands and the exclamations. In the study material, a complete chapter is being dedicated for the types of sentences, because you will score exactly 4 marks for writing the proper sentences and framing it in a proper way. If you want to improve your English also, you have to go into the depth of this and practice it out, because if you are not bothering about the marks, then how can you improve yourself? There is a need. Don't say that only 4 marks. 4 marks can be counted and it can add your rank and can subtract. So just keep it in mind that you have to compulsorily do all the questions which are being given, because they haven't given you any type of the options. So if the options are not there, definitely you have to perform the proper papers and all the whole questions to be attempted. Here also, while framing the questions, while framing the sentences, you have to keep it in mind. First of all, see the pattern what they have used, and then you have to go ahead framing the sentences according to the requirement. Either it may be a statement or a question or a command or an exclamation. It depends whatever they are giving. Now in the next class, I'll show you some sentences with the transitive and intransitive, where they have used the transitive sentences and intransitive. That means the verbs where the object is being given and not being given. because in the examination they have asked the question like subject and transitive verb. So that type of the questions to be, that type of the sentences to be framed by the students. So in the next class I will give you the detail of that type of the sentences. So overall, with this we have completed. In the next class we will meet once again. By the time, take care.